is live and clear for you and all to hear. Knockem dead. Knockem dead. Comedy show. They suck.
We are having so much fun, and we know you're going to love our next guest. His name is Tony Walker, and he is a comedy guy. Comedy cures everything. So.
Absolutely. I had cancer at the age of 32, and I do believe that the laughter and the positive attitude got me through it just as much as the medications did, which led to the comedy troupe that I run called Knockem Dead Comedy. We do dinner theater, murder mysteries, game shows, kid shows. We're not stand-up or anything like that, just comedy shows, variety shows.
So you go to restaurants and where else? Like theaters?
Restaurants, private parties, corporate events, fundraisers. Did I say fundraisers?
Fundraisers, firehouses.
Comedy shows, they're murder mysteries, they're audience participation. It's a scripted show because there's clues and hints that have to go out, but it's not a don't blink or you'll miss something. It's not Agatha Christie.
Right.
It's a comedy. It's lighthearted, but one of the characters does get killed,
Right.
and then the audience has to figure out who did it and
Somebody
why.
get killed.
And if it's a private party or a corporate event, we personalize it to fit their event.
Now, do you ask the audience for help with the mysteries? Or
Yeah,
you-
they solve it.
All by themselves.
Based on what they saw during the show, we even give them a little section where they can interrogate the suspects.
Oh, that's
And
fun.
so we'll deflect, deny, point fingers at other characters, but everybody makes the rounds throughout the whole room and
Okay.
talks to people.
The show is guaranteed. It's 100% guaranteed fun.
Totally.
Everywhere we go,
Always.
everybody loves that show.
The audience they just get so involved, and there's just such a part of the show, and that makes it even better.
Other things that you do aside
Yeah,
from
we
mystery.
do game shows.
Oh, the game show, we have a podium with lights and buzzers and sounds, and it's basically
Like
a
a
trivia
Family
game
Feud.
show, or it
Right.
could be, again, we ad-lib with that too. So they may want a trivia game show, but if we show up and they're a loud, boisterous group and they're a lot of fun, we could ask them to do funny physical challenges or do some karaoke or whatever, or name that tune, whatever we feel like doing, and they'll be willing to do. We'll
That's cool.
we'll take it there.
What movie introduced the phrase, "There's no crying in baseball"?
Oh, wait.
What letter comes after A? Go ahead. B is correct!
Is there a favorite skit that you do that just still cracks you up every time you do it?
We do a lot of audience participation murder mystery shows, comedic murder mystery shows. And there's two shows. We have a mob show. We're in New York. You have to have the mob shows. And we have a redneck wedding, which is just
Oh, that I
it's
have
a
to come
lot
see
of
that
fun.
one.
Oh, you're welcome
Yeah!
anytime. Anytime. In fact, I even
Well,
brought
growing
you a
up in
shirt.
St. Louis, Missouri, I have to say, you did?
Oh, of course I did. That you will wear
Hey!
everywhere you go. In fact, I have a whole bunch. I'm giving one out to everybody.
Everywhere I go. Okay.
That's right.
There you go.
Knockem Dead Comedy.
Oh,
we
that's
call it.
great.
Can I
Knockem Dead
pretend I'm
Comedy.
drinking something?
Excellent. Yeah, you can pretend like
Thanks,
you're drinking something.
I'm having fun on the set.
We actually do put water in it when guests ask.
Just
we
not
do, but
this
if you
guest.
if you don't ask ahead of time, wait, this one's full of water. You ready? One, two,
Nice.
three. All right, there you go.
Johnny, you have a good time tonight or what?
Had an awesome time.
All right. KDC, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, all right.
The Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show also brought to you by Two Eagles Auto Body. For more than 25 years, Two Eagles Auto Body has been the leader in auto body repairs and customer satisfaction on Long Island.
Two Eagles Auto Body handles every type of auto repair, from custom applications and restorations to repairs involving insurance claims. So call Two Eagles Auto Body and ask for John Rossi at 516-328-2527.
Okay. Okay, we'll just do that for now.
Hey, how do you say there, people? It's Johnny Brennan, creator of the Jerky Boys, also of Fox TV's Family Guy fame. I just want to let you know you're listening to Tony and Sally on the Knockem Dead radio show. They're gonna keep knocking them dead, so keep listening, you wacky sons of bitch. Right there. Over and out there, sweet Charlie.
3-2 to Mookie Wilson. Little roller up along first. Behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win it.
Hello, Tony. Mookie Wilson here, 1986 Mets. How you doing? Long time no see, man. Hey, man, I miss you guys, man, that Knockem Day Comedy Radio, man. I miss you. I wish I was still up there, man. But I'll wait till it warm up a little bit, and hopefully this year things will be a little bit better, man. But when we're talking about comedy, hey, the early years of Mets was a lot to laugh about. You had to make a lot of comedy off those guys. Hey, hope to see you guys during the summer, and hopefully get back on the show, man, at some point in time during the course of the year, all right? All right? Yeah, fine. Contact me, man. All right, Tony. Talk to you later.
want it. Got to bleed, baby. Yeah, got to bleed, baby. You got to bleed, baby. Hey, got to bleed, baby. Woo! Ain't talking about love. My love is right to the core. Ain't talking about love. Just like I told you before.
I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart.
Yeah!
Feliz Navidad. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. It is Tuesday. Tuesday trivia coming at you soon. Welcome to the Knockem Dead Comedy Show here on Gov's Comedy Club Podcast, the Twitch channel. Right there. Please follow this page. Please share the link to see the show on all your social media platforms. We really appreciate that very much. The more we build our numbers up, the better the chances of getting some high-profile guests as we're trying to build this place up as always. And speaking of guests, ladies and gentlemen, 2 weeks in a row, they canceled on me. Well, Jay canceled. He said he had to work. Dan told me last week, he said, work's been scheduling him for Tuesdays. So I don't know if that means, I don't know if that was his, official, bowing out of Tuesdays. I don't even know. But Jay said he got a, so I didn't hear from Dan, but Jay said he's got a work issue. He said he will definitely be here next week. So we'll see. We'll see. But we missed them both. We wish them both a Merry Christmas. Next Tuesday, comedian Roseanne Sorrentino is scheduled to be here. So that'll be fun. Roseanne is a fun comedian on the local scene. She also played Pepper in the early 1982, I believe, the movie Annie, the one with Cal Burnett. So you're looking forward to seeing Roseanne next week. We got a lot of cool guests scheduled. Hopefully they're all going to come in. This Thursday, Laura Patton and Marla Schultz. That's going to be a blast. Really looking forward to that. Friday, Andy will be here. Andrew Fremder will be here. Don Sill will most likely be here. He's not a definite, but he's most likely going to be here. A few other people have been invited, but we also have musician T.C. Cross coming in. I played you her music video yesterday. I might play it again today or maybe Friday. I'll probably play it again today. She's got this twisted heavy metal Christmas thing that's brand new. She's going to play the song with it for us on Friday when she comes in. Good morning, Jeff. Bosie's watching. I think we're going to do some more thumb wrestling on Friday too. Friday's going to be a crazy show, which is a good thing. We haven't had a crazy show in a while. I like the crazy shows. Jay, no Dan today. But you guys are here, and we're happy about that, and we appreciate the support. We appreciate you guys hanging out. The phone lines are open. We will be playing Tuesday Trivia in a little bit. So, all right. So there we go. What do we got going on? Been a little bit of a busy morning, right? In the news, anyway. Hello, Kirsten. Kirsten, you should come in Friday too. Why not? Why not? Yeah. So, hello. My name is Tony Walker, and here's the news. Here's the latest. Here's what's happening in your area. What did they say in Anchorman? And fuck off, San Diego. Something like that. All right, we'll do the serious stuff first. Most of the stuff I have, unfortunately, is serious today. So, on the local news, we have a school district called Patchogue Medford. Those are two towns out east. Patchogue Medford schools. In one of their schools, a teacher found bullets on the floor. I believe in one of the doorways, I think, one of the entrances to the school. So that's being investigated. The authorities have said there's been no threat of violence of any kind, so they're still investigating it. Also this morning, there's been a threat of violence on social media against a school in South Huntington. South Huntington is also east of us here, but not that far east. It's northwestern Suffolk County. So I bring this up first because this kind of pigtails from yesterday's show. We had Chris Cassandro on here yesterday. Chris Cassandro was telling us, he updated us on the situation with his son. His son is 10 years old, was involved in some group text, and also some Snapchat discussions with a bunch of kids where they were fighting with each other. Chris's kid got 3.5 days suspension from school for telling a girl to shut the fuck up and die. The girl who started all the issues, the girl who has I don't want to say a history, but excuse me, has a little bit of a record of messing with these kids. She got less of a lesser punishment. I don't know. I'm just disturbed by the whole thing. And we touched upon it yesterday with Chris. We talked about how there's security guards at elementary schools. Schools are have threats against them on social media. It's a shame to me that schools have to pay attention to social media. To see, this is social media and text messages and all this stuff have nothing to do with them, with the schools. And it's a shame that now they have to get involved on what's going on in social media, whether it's a threat against them or just kids fighting. And Chris even said it himself yesterday. His son is 10. Chris admitted that his son even having a phone was something he struggled with. And then if you let your 10-year-old have a phone, should they have things like Snapchat? I don't know. It does bother me. Sometimes when I see that there's things like threats on social media, sometimes you remember when you were kids, like when we were kids, if you're in a group and you got the one dopey bastard who's causing trouble, eventually the parent or the scout leader or whoever the authority figure was, they would come down and talk, and eventually they'd say, look, if this doesn't stop, you're all, going to lose whatever it is you're doing, whatever it is you have. And there is sometimes a part of me that feels, you know what? So no social media for anybody under 15, 16. Just like smoking, just like drinking, a 10-year-old on Snapchat, and kids threatening their schools. When my kids were in, was it middle school or high school? I think it was high school. It was like it was like maybe the last 2 months of school. There were like 4 or 5 bomb threats made to the school. And they had to evacuate the school every single time. Parents had to go up to the school and get their kids. And it got to the point, the first time everybody was panicked. Everybody's running around trying to find their kids. By the 4th one, everybody's like, here we go again. Yeah, all right, I'll head up there in about 15 minutes. I'm finished, watching this, so, I'll head up there. I don't know. And again, I shouldn't have to say anything more than this. Security guards at elementary schools. It's a shame that that's even a sentence. That's even a thought. It's horrible that that's even going on. There's too much pressure on our kids at school. There's too much pressure on our kids through social media. Thankfully, mental health is finally kind of at the forefront of things. So, so people are looking at that, which is great. But, I don't know. I do sound like, hello, Carol. Nice to see you. I know I do sound like a bitchy old man, get off my grass type shit, but there's got to be, a better way. Kids shouldn't be fighting with each other on Snapchat. Kids shouldn't have Snapchat. Sometimes, like I said, sometimes I feel kids shouldn't have social media. And I really do hope that they find out. I hope they find the kid who threatened the South Huntington school today. No, you don't, says Kirsten. No, I don't what? Oh, I don't sound like a crying old man, get off my lawn? I'm not one of those that sits here and pretends that things were better when I was a kid just because that's how it was when I was a kid. There are plenty of things that go on today that I'm cool with. Like VR and video games. I don't care that these kids are playing video. Like even Chris was saying that yesterday. He was complaining that his son, is playing a video game, talking to friends, has his phone next to him where he's got some other chat going on, or TikTok. Or I don't have a problem with that. I don't enjoy TikTok, but I don't judge the kids of today because they enjoy it. I'm not a fan of 30-second mindless videos that don't make sense. I mean, there's a place for that. And if somebody, and I will admit, sometimes I'll look at something like, oh, yeah, that's funny. But I'm more of a sketch comedy, 10, 15-minute skit with a plot and some thought and some acting, But I'm old. I agree. My son doesn't have a phone at 10. He wants one but isn't getting one. And then Fremder says, just. I have no idea what that means. J-U-S. Just. Yeah, my kids didn't have a phone at 10. I understand Chris Cassandro. Like, I'm not for my kids at 10 years old having a phone, but but I would feel that pressure. If my kids were the only ones at 10 without a phone, then they stand out socially. Or the kids would be like, you don't have a phone? I wouldn't want my kids feeling that pressure. So I'll tell you right now, if I got them a phone at 10, there'd be a lot of restrictions. I'll tell you, and definitely no Snapchat. Sorry, Chris. Video games are great, especially games like Grand Theft Auto, where it teaches kids how to rob a bank and steal a car. You see, all right, that's the thing with a game like that. We're criticizing Grand Theft Auto where there's all sorts of violence and cursing, and Chris even said it yesterday. There's rap music in the background where they use the N-word. I don't like it, but when we were kids, we had Bugs Bunny cartoons where they were shooting each other in the face, this close, and we had anvils dropped on Wile E. Coyote's head. To me, it's the same thing. It's just different. It's just being done differently. Is it more scary now because it's more realistic? These video games are more realistic? Maybe. I don't know. It seems to me like we've gotten past it. I remember when things like Columbine first happened, when school shootings first happened. People were saying it's the video games. You don't really hear that too much anymore. Kirsten, my son asked for that too. That's a big nope. Yeah, I'm conflicted with it. My son was not into video games at 10 years old. He was a late bloomer with video games. He didn't get into video games till probably middle school, early high school. And by that time, in my opinion, he was probably around 15, give or take. By that time, you should know, the difference between a silly video game and real life. And he did. So I was okay with him playing these games. Excuse me. Fremder, but it's not the game that does it. If you rob a bank and steal a car, you're just a fucking idiot with shitty parents. Right. That's exactly my point. Right. So that's what I'm saying. It's not the video games. And yeah, again, so I'm glad that the mental health is at the forefront these days. It's being discussed a lot because that's the issue. And what's causing the mental issues? I mean, like I said, I personally believe it's schools. There's too much pressure on the kids. Kids don't get lunch breaks. They've added an extra period than from when I was a kid. It used to be 8 periods a day. Now it's 9. And from what I've seen, and I could be completely off here, but it looks to me like there's even more pressure these days on kids to do the 9 periods and then stay after for something. There's more pressure to be in clubs and to be involved. Where, in my opinion, there's nothing wrong with wanting to go home at the end of 9 periods and not be involved. There's nothing wrong with being involved, but there's nothing wrong with not being involved either. There's the kids are they're doing college level classes at 9th grade. They're pushing too fast. Like even doing math in kindergarten. I don't know. I disagree with it. I'm still one of those that disagrees with full day kindergarten. That's how old I am. They should come out with a video game and had a parent. That's a great idea. Yeah, so like the VR headsets where you can talk to your friends and stuff while you play video games. I don't have a problem with any of that stuff. We and I do blame my generation. It was my generation when we had kids. That was when that's when it became the norm to keep the kids in. That's when it became the norm to know every second where your kid is. When we were kids, we had freedom. We were sent out, and we weren't allowed in the house with our friends, and we had to go out. We had to fight with our parents to be allowed in to play video games. We went outside, and we disappeared, and we had fun, and we came home. And then our generation became parents. They fought against that. And now kids are talking to each other on social media and through the video games, and now we're all bitching about that. So which is it? So pressures and how to go home and make a pressure cooker to bring in to show everybody. Jeff Boshi, well, things were different back in the 40s. Jeff, just because you lost weight and you're now looking your age doesn't mean you can make fun of me. You son of a bitch, you. Jeff was actually one of the people invited to come in Friday, but now I'm taking it back because he made fun of me. I think all of you should contact Jeff. Talk about pressure. I think all of you should put pressure on Jeff to come in on Friday to the show. Contact him. And put pressure on him to not retire from stand-up comedy. If he needs to take a break. But come back. Supposedly, Jeff's final stand-up appearance will be on New Year's Eve right here in Governor's Giggle Room, the Late Show in the Giggle Room. You can see his pal Rich Rada on the Early Show in the Giggle Room on New Year's Eve. You can see this guy on the same show, the Early Show. Courtney Otera's in that show. Joe Cravella. Dan LaRocco's hosting. He'll show up to that. John Butera's headlining. Lots of great comedians will be on that show. Lots of great stuff going on with Governors. Go to govs.com. Make some reservations to some great comedy shows like Joey Cola on January 14th. Anthony Rodia on New Year's Eve in the main room. Joe Matarese playing McGuire's on New Year's Eve. There's a drag show in the Giggle Room this Friday. Eddie Brill is playing the club this Friday, the main club this Friday. I might come down here on Friday because I'd like to see that. Should I go live Friday? No, because Don Sill has his show Friday night. Unless I go on after that. Don Conversations will be on this Friday. What else? December 30th at McGuire's. John Butera, Tim Saliani, Rob White, Courtney Otero, a bunch of other comedians. So lots of great stuff going on at Governors. Govs.com is the website to make your reservations. I mentioned upcoming guests, right? Yes, I did. Let's see what else in the news. A 6.4 magnitude earthquake in Northern California this morning. Minor damage reported so far, so we hope everybody's okay in California. There have been 30 aftershocks of this earthquake last time I checked. That's a lot. At least as far as I know, that's a lot. I you know what? I really don't know, but that sounds like a lot to me. Any of you guys ever experienced an earthquake before? Remember there was one here in New York maybe 15 years ago, 20 years ago? Never a dull moment in California, says from there. You guys remember that here on Long Island? Like maybe 15, 20 years ago, there was an earthquake, but it was very minor. But it was very Carol minor. Kirsten remembers. Kirsten, if there's an earthquake, I'm just going to hug you and protect you. Carolina, there was an earthquake in Midland, Texas yesterday, out in West Texas. It was crazy. How bad, Carol? Was it what was the magnitude? And yeah, so again, we hope everybody's okay in California. Yeah, I remember. Did you feel it, Carol, where you are? Did you feel it? 5.3. That's. Somebody called Dwayne Johnson. I don't get that. He's the Rock, not the Hurricane. I'm not a wrestling guy, so if that's a wrestling reference, I missed it. 5.3, that's not that bad, right? With an earthquake? 6.4 is like borderline bad, right? The movie San Andreas about the earthquake. Missed that one. Sorry. Yeah, Carol, did you feel it where you are? Yeah, well, I remember the one here on Long Island. I felt it. I remember I was in my basement, and I had a file cabinet at the time, and I was looking through it. I was looking for something. All of a sudden, I remember I felt dizzy. Like it wasn't, the classic, scene where things are shaking. You're like, oh my God. It was just this weird feeling of being like dizzy and off balance for a second. So I sat down, and yeah, within seconds I was fine, and then I just went about my business. Didn't even think about it again until the news came out that an earthquake had come, and then other people. I remember watching people on the news, and they were saying the same thing. Oh, I didn't really feel it. I just felt dizzy for a second. And I was like, oh, hey, that's what happened to me. No, Carol did not feel it. It's 5 hours away. It's the biggest one they've ever had. That rumble might have been the shaking one off. Might have been Fremder shaking one off. No, they don't even hear it in your house, let alone anywhere else, because it's so small. It's just, like a little, it's like this microphone. All the oil stations are out there, says Carol. Okay. Well, speaking of Texas, Carol Miner, supposedly there's this crazy storm hitting our nation later this week. Sorry. I still have this damn cough. Every time the cough seemed to be going away from when I was sick a few weeks ago, I then had to work at White Post as Santa Claus in a room with no heat. So then by the end of the week, the cough was pretty much gone. Then I worked Saturday and Sunday in the cold, and, and the cough would, rejuvenate. So this past weekend, I finished at White Post Farms. It was my last weekend as Santa Claus. So now hopefully this cough will go away once and for all. White Post Farms. But I'll be back there in September for the festival. So this big storm is coming. And wind chills. The wind chills will make it feel, in some areas, it'll make it feel like below 60 degrees in some areas. It's going to be, in some areas, it's going to be the coldest it's been in years. The northern plains, they're saying, will be below zero for days. And this storm will reach as south as Texas, according to reports. Yes, it will be in the teens on Friday, wind chill in the negative. Yeah. You know what? And I don't know. You know what? I'm sitting here talking about it. I don't know what it's going to be here locally. Let's see. Friday. What? All right. So Thursday, as of now, according to the weather app, 60% chance of rain with a low of 27 degrees, a high of 50. Friday, 90% chance of rain, a low of 16, but a high of 56. This is how people get sick. Saturday, windy, 15 degrees is the low, high is 24. Sunday is sunny with a low of 14 degrees, a high of 25. Monday, a low of 16, a high of 28. And then it slowly climbs back up the next few days after that. A high of 35 next Tuesday, a high of 32 next Wednesday, a high of 42 next Thursday. All right, so, that's the thing. People get all crazy about the weather. It's always temporary. You get some snow, you're snowed in for a day, sit down and enjoy yourself, get naked, watch a movie, eat junk, just relax. I mean, and you're still in touch with the world because of the internet and Wi-Fi and social media. So you just sit down and relax. A couple of days, the snow gets shoveled, it gets plowed, and then a few days after that, it, melts. It's fine. Friend, I'll start building my ark now. Carol, if I lose power, I will be so pissed. Yeah, that would suck. That definitely sucks. And it sucks too because, it is Christmas this weekend and people are going to be traveling and I'm sure this weather is going to screw a lot of traveling up. Fremder, shitty weather according to the Fartcast. Bosie, thank you for the Tony Weather Report. Yes, that's what I'm doing today. I'm reporting the news and the weather. Sports coming soon. Mets. Thursday, high 42, low 11, says Carol. Wow, yeah, that's crazy. Friday, high 27, low 20 without wind chill. Right. Yeah, everything I was reading was without wind chill. So, yeah, it's going to be cold. But that's all right. Next week, we'll be in here Tuesday and Thursday. So like I said, Roseanne Sorrentino will be in here Tuesday. Jay said he'll definitely be here next week, so we'll see. And we'll still do Tuesday trivia. We got that coming up here shortly. And then, like I said, next Thursday, so just Tuesday and Thursday next week we're doing the show. Next Thursday, we have Will Sharon and Scott Baker scheduled to come in. Very excited about that. Two great guys. Haven't seen either one of them in a long time. I'm trying to think. I do believe I invited somebody else, and I don't remember who it was. Well, we'll find out when they walk in. Fremder, my balls are always freezing because I live in a cul-de-sac. Oh. Hang on, that hurt. Hang on a second. Ay. All right, what do we else? What do we else? What else? Phone's ringing. It says Allstate Insurance. Should I bother with this? Let's see. Hello.
Hi, Mrs. Holfester. This is Kathy from Allstate. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
All right. You had requested a quote for the home and the auto insurance, and I did email it to you. Did you have a chance to look at it?
Oh, I didn't get that.
No, you didn't get. All right, I'm going to resend it.
Could you?
I'm sorry, this is Miss Dolphus. Sorry.
That's
I
okay.
can resend it.
Yes, please.
And I had is the email IUVDICK at AOL?
Can you spell that one more time? I'm sorry.
IUVDICK at AOL?
IUV?
Uh-huh.
It's ILUV.
ILUV. Okay, we had it wrong. All right, I'm going to resend it.
Thank you.
All right, thanks.
Bye. IUVDIK. Was that the one from when Jay was here? I don't even remember. Can you spell that again? IUV. It probably wasn't even I, right? It was probably LUV to begin with. Yeah, and then she spelled Dick. IUVDICK. And then she called me Mrs. Hofstender. I was gonna go further, and I didn't have the balls to do it. I'm not good at that. See, Jay, that's why you should be here. Did you guys catch that like a month or two ago when Jay messed with the telemarketer? Oh shit, that was funny. Let's see what else we got. You know what? I'm going to take this opportunity to thank there's a lot of Facebook groups and a lot of Facebook pages that allow me to share and post a link to this show on their pages. And some of them, like most of them are comedy pages, and a lot of the same people are on these comedy pages, but I still share there anyway because I want, like if there's any comedians I don't know that are on those pages, I want them to be able to see it. And, that way if I invite them to be a guest sometime, they'd be like, oh, yeah, I've seen that show. Okay, yeah, I'll do that show, But there are some pages that don't really have anything to do with comedy, and they still allow me to post the show there, like post a link. Like Sherry Scene, that's a music page. There's some theater pages that allow me to post. So I want to say thank you to them. I also want to thank I do talk about Billy Joel a lot on here, or his music. I talk to Elio a lot, stuff like that. So I wanted to thank them for allowing our show to be on here. So I do make a point that's one of the reasons. I love Billy Joel's music. I'm a huge fan of his music, but I try to make a point to talk about him at least a little bit because we do post our show on the biggest Billy Joel fan page on Facebook. Plajanos says penis. Hello, Andrew Plajanos. Andy, this is the first time I'm seeing you commenting in the past couple of days. So did you not see us yesterday? I wanted to get your input on the Chris Cassandro thing. How's my thumb, Walker? I talked about it yesterday. I told Chris Cassandro how our bickering on his topic led us to have a thumb battle. My wife had an appointment. Oh, hope she's doing all right. Hope she's doing good. And I told him flat out that you kicked my ass. Now, I talked to Don Sill. Don Sill thought the thumb wrestle was hilarious. He thinks obviously it wouldn't become like a big, giant thing, but he thinks it's a funny bit that I should keep on here once in a while. So having said that, you're coming in Friday. Andrew Fremder's coming in Friday. I think you guys should do a thumb wrestle. Don Sill is a possibility, so of course we'll make him jump in on it. And we do have some other guests on Friday as well. So I think everybody should take a turn against the champion. Billy loved it too. All right. Hey, if Billy's feeling good and he's up to it, tell him to come in on Friday with you. We'd love to see him. And, of course, have him get involved with the thumb wrestle too. But he's fragile right now, so don't hurt him. I'm always up to embarrass other people. So we have Don Sill. We have Andrew Fremder, Andy Plajanos, our definites for Friday. We have TC Cross coming in at noon on Friday with a musician friend of hers, and I apologize, I don't know who it is. They're going to come in at noon and they're going to play. Don Sill is a possibility. Bosie's been invited. Joey Petroni's been invited. And now Billy Geyer is being invited. So, and Don Sill said if he does come in, he probably has to leave at noon. So that's fine. If we rotate people, or some people want to come in late, some people need to leave early, whatever it is. But would love to have everybody mentioned. And Kirsten, you're invited Friday, but you have to sit next to me. From der, what? WWTWF, Worldwide Thumb Wrestling Federation. There you go. Plagano says he's been rehearsing Christmas songs. Excellent. Tell Fremder what songs you're rehearsing, because Plagano's bringing the guitar. Fremder, you got to bring the guitar. Plus, we got 2 musicians. So we got to get a jam session going in here. Oh, this is going to be a fun show on Friday. I'm really looking forward to this. I'm glad I have guests the rest of the week. Unlike today, damn it. So the Billy Joel news is that he canceled his show last night at Madison Square Garden due to a viral infection. The man is, I think, around, what is he? He's 74 years old. So, I don't know, he's probably dying. No, I'm kidding. He just did a big tour in, where was he? In Australia or something. Yeah, he was definitely in Australia, and I forget somewhere else over there. So I wonder if just the change in weather and the cold air and all that probably just affected him because he's old and wimpy. So, yeah, he canceled his concert at Madison Square Garden last night due to a viral infection. I don't think I'm going to have my guitar, says Fremder, but I might be able to hum along. Why won't you have the guitar? Why won't you have the guitar? Are you telling me because of your butt you can't carry one? I don't believe that. You can't put the guitar in your butt like you normally do. Cough. Drink. Yes, that was Kevin Downey Jr.'s bits. Sip. Frem, do you bring that guitar? Damn it. You guys should form a duo. The 2 Andys. All right. What else? I guess I could start the trivia. You know what? All right, before I get to the trivia, there's one item that I've been holding on to for a few days. And forgive me if I brought this up already. I don't think I did. Or did I? All right, if I brought this up already, tell me. All right, and I'll just throw it out. Last week, the New York Times ran an article. The numbers are growing. The amount of women in the U.S. who post-pandemic are opting to sustain the separate household model of marriage. Did I bring this up already? Tell me if I did. If not, I'll go on with this. If I already talked about it, I will just put this piece of paper away and get to trivia. All right, waiting for comments. Everybody just left. Did I talk about how married people are sustaining separate households post-pandemic? Have I talked about this yet? Are you guys not commenting on purpose? What do you think? Did I talk about this already? I don't think so. Thank you, Kirsten. Okay, thank you. All right, so I'll continue. Yeah, the numbers are growing. The amount of women in the U.S. post-pandemic are opting to sustain the separate household marriage model. Established during lockdown by some families to reduce COVID transmissions and proving so preferable to the norm that they're in no hurry to reunite with their husbands. It's well known that among straight couples, women initiate most divorces. Wow. 70% of women initiate divorce. Yeah, and so this is now a new trend where women are keeping a separate household. In the U.S., married couples maintaining separate households rose by a quarter between 2000 and 2019. And again in 2021, the numbers sharply climbed again, according to the New York Times. It is estimated by the Census Bureau that 3.89 million Americans, or almost 3% of married couples, live apart. They even have a little acronym. You know, we have LOL and SMH and all that shit. Well, now LAT, living apart together. The trend appears a likely result of both everyone being home for the past two plus years and driving each other insane. And the fact that after the lockdown ended, studies showed that men swiftly dropped the child care and domestic work Studies showed that men swiftly dropped the child care and domestic work some had adopted during that period. Okay. Judging by case studies in the article, for some women, quarantining in a quiet separate residence while their husbands shouldered the caretaking at home struck them at a level of revelation. For others, the fact that even a global pandemic did little to undermine, or in some cases actively deepened, the division of labor at home along traditional gender lines had a straw that broke it effect. Many downsides, like the financial aspect. You got to pay for two residents. You have to worry about what it does to the kids to see their parents living separate. It's a weird thing. And I mean, you heard a lot about that. You know, how the divorce rates rose, and you heard about how people were like going crazy living at home. I would have thought it would have been the opposite. I would have thought there'd been a lot more baby making. Separate households really means I have to fuck someone else, says Fremder. From their separate households, there'll be more than a quarter rising. That's kind of, that's kind of my feeling. Like you don't have to do every single thing together, but I don't know. But to me, it makes if you feel the need to live separately, well then, I don't know. Isn't that the writing on the wall? Like what are you bothering for? And then, of course, I know Fremder was joking, but if that becomes the case, too, where you're, in the house and you're doing other things and other people, well, again, no point. Separate households just means there'll be two households that are sick. Yeah. I mean, isn't that the whole reason of getting married? You want to be with that person? Yeah, I don't know. It's weird to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm just I'm 52. Is it at the point where, maybe I'm just going to be that disconnected soon? That marriage, the whole, how a marriage works will be different. It's already getting different with the whole they, them, it, that, all that stuff makes no sense to me. I don't know. It's a different world. So, all right. So let me find it, and we'll get to it. If I can turn papers. Here we go. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I hold in my hand this week's Tuesday trivia. The way this works, I'm going to ask some trivia questions. You guys are going to answer them in the comment thread right there. Please please throw some of your answers in the comments. Hopefully I didn't lose too many of you. Hopefully Fremder's there. Hopefully Plajanos is still there. Hopefully Carol's still there. Hopefully Kirsten. Hopefully you're still with us too. Or it just might be me and Fremder playing trivia. Don't go too fast. I need to think, says Kirsten. All right. I'm going to ask some trivia questions. You guys put your answers in the comment thread. I do not give the answers out. I ask all the questions first. I then go back, ask questions again. I read your answers. Then I give you the correct answer. There's no prizes. There's no nothing. It's just for fun. We're just going to have a good time. Gives me a chance to make fun of you. Here's the thing. One thing is different this week with trivia. Usually the trivia questions are all just a variety of topics. This week, all the questions except the last one are all about Christmas. This might be the first time I've ever done one theme for all the questions. Except for the last question. The last question, of course, is our perverted question. The other questions are all Christmas. All right. Should I do Christmas questions again next week? Nah. Christmas will be over. All right. Here we go. Question number 1. In the film It's a Wonderful Life, the angel's name is Clarence. What is his last name? Now, I'm going real slow for Kirsten. Kirsten, I'm going nice and slow for you. So on Friday, when you come in, I want you to just hold me the whole time. The question was, question number 1. In the film It's a Wonderful Life, the angel's name is Clarence. What is his last name? He does say it at least once in the film. He does. Excuse me. Question number 2. And there's going to be some interesting answers to this one. Which popular Christmas beverage is also called milk punch? Which popular Christmas beverage is also called milk punch? I can just imagine what answers are going to come in on that one. Going nice and slow so Kirsten can think. Okay, question number 3. What did the other reindeer not let Rudolph do because of his shiny red nose? What did the other reindeer not let Rudolph do because of his shiny red nose? The next question, question number 4. How many ghosts show up in A Christmas Carol? The movie A Christmas Carol? How many ghosts show up in that movie? Back in 2011, I worked at White Post Farms I wrote a kids version of A Christmas Carol. It was a silly little Christmas thing. It was only like 20 to 30 minutes long, and it was a lot of fun. And I would love to bring that back someday. It went well at White Post. It did go well at White Post. We got good crowds, but I wrote it, but I wasn't in charge of it. The guy that ran it was a real dick, and he kind of ruined it and didn't make it fun for the cast. And yeah, and just kind of, he was a drunk. So the shows went fairly well, but yeah, there was a lot of behind the scenes drama that went on, which got in the way of the show and the performances. So I would love to bring it back. Every year I tell White Post, can I bring it back? Let me run it. I'll do it. It was fun. Like one of the ghosts was like a mafioso type guy. One ghost was a cheerleader. Like, it just made it a little silly. Still had the, the whole point of the story was still there, and all that stuff. But anyway, I'm just stalling because for Kirsten because she wanted me to go slow. All right, here's at least what I think is an easy one. You don't have to be Catholic or anything to know this one. Where was baby Jesus born? Where was baby Jesus born? Okay. Next question I think is easy. What are two other popular names for Santa Claus? Another easy Christmas question for you. Question number 7. Elvis isn't going to have a white Christmas. He's going to have a what? A what? Elvis isn't going to have a white Christmas. He's going to have a what? Question number 8. In Home Alone, where are the McAllisters going on vacation when they leave Kevin behind? In Home Alone, where are the McAllisters going on vacation when they leave Kevin behind? That movie bothers me. Like there's scenes where the mother's in the hotel just looking out the window. Oh, Kevin. Sorry, no. I don't care what the cost is. I'd be at the airport paying for the next flight back to where they came from. She's, there's just a scene. She's looking out the window. Kevin. Question number 9. What words follow Silent Night in the song? So you have the song Silent Night. And when they say the words Silent Night, what are the next words? Okay, it is time. Question number 10, my favorite. The single most popular sexual fantasy amongst Americans today is what? What is the most popular sexual fantasy amongst Americans today? I can't wait to see Kirsten's answer. All right. Let me scroll back. Let's see. Bam! There it is. Okay. Question number 1. In the film It's a Wonderful Life, the angel's name is Clarence. What is his last name? Kirsten says Withers. That's pretty good. Plagano says Lipschitz. Carol Miner, I hate that movie, but it's something like Owl Body. Andy Plagano's got it right. It's Odd Body. Clarence Odd Body. Carol, why do you hate that movie? I never hated it, but it wasn't my favorite for a long time because I just felt it was a little corny. And then, it's got to be like 20 years ago, I was in a production of Wonderful Life where I didn't have a big part. I was one of those that had a lot of small parts. I played Nick the bartender. I played the old man in the beginning, where the one that yells out, "Kiss already! Youth is waste on the young." I played that. I played like 4 or 5 different roles, and I grew an appreciation for it then. and and it's kind of grown a little bit through the years. So it's still a little corny, but movies were corny back then. Like, it was part of the times. But I thought Jimmy Stewart did a super job. I thought the movie was well cast. So yeah, but I'm curious to know, Carol, why you hate that movie. All right, but Andy Pagano's got it right. It's Clarence Oddbody. Which popular Christmas beverage is also called milk punch? Fremder says Jesus juice. Oh my goodness. Plagano says Santa jizz. But yes, Carol, Kirsten, Andy Plagianos, they all said eggnog. That is correctamundo. Carol says this Jewish girl is killing it. You're always killing it, Carol. You and your hotness. What did the other reindeer not let Rudolph do because of his shiny red nose? Andy Plagano's cunnilingus. Kirsten got it. Join in reindeer games. Carol, did you not answer that one? What's the next question? How many ghosts show up in A Christmas Carol? Carol says A Christmas Carol has 3 ghosts. Kirsten says 3. Andy Pagano says 4. Yeah, the answer is 4. You have the 3 ghosts, right? The future, past, and present. But then you also have Marley. Don't forget Marley. So it's 4. Let's see. Andy Pajanos. I think my video feed is behind. Well, it's your video feed is in your behind. What? Fremder says, eat her ass. I think, is that in response to the Rudolph question? Okay. Where was baby Jesus born? Carol Miner says, Bethlehem. Kirsten, Bethlehem. Fremder, in a vending machine. Plajanos, in a manger. Yes, Bethlehem is the answer. What are 2 other popular names for Santa Claus? Carol says Kris Kringle and no idea. Kirsten, Kris Kringle and question mark. Plagano, Saint Nick and the Denominator. Has anybody seen this Violent Night movie? I want to see it. I haven't seen it. All right, so between all you guys, you got the 2 answers. Kris Kringle and Saint Nick. But nobody got both answers together. Elvis isn't going to have a white Christmas. He's going to have a what? Everybody got it. They all said blue. Blue. Pow, pow, pow. Blue. I'll have a blue Christmas. In Home Alone, where are the McAllisters going on vacation when they leave Kevin behind? No, they're not going to Wonderama. I hope at least one person out there gets that. In Home Alone, where are the McAllisters going on vacation when they leave Kevin behind? What? What? Frank? Peanut butter and banana sandwich. And then he writes Elvis in parentheses. Oh, he's going to have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. He's not going to have a white Christmas. He's going to have a peanut butter and banana sandwich. The McAllisters, yes. Fremder says they're going on vacation. Everybody else got the answer correct. They were all saying Paris. They all went to Paris. Excuse me. In the song Silent Night, what words follow the word Silent Night? Blue. Did Elvis sing Silent Night? I don't know. So, yeah, Silent Night. When you sing the word Silent Night, what are the next words? It looks like everybody got it. Kirsten, Carol, Andy Pajanos, they all got it right. Fremder, Silent Night should be the last word because it's a silent night. Holy Night is the correct answer. The most singular. This is the last question, ladies and gentlemen. The last question. The single most popular sexual fantasy amongst Americans today is what? And I was all excited to see Kirsten's answer. She says threesomes. Yeah. Carol says it too. Kirsten and Carol, you're both invited here. Pagano says step family. Fremder, Aunt, Mom, and Uncle Dad. You definitely have small parts, says Pajanos. I don't know what that refers to. Carol, I just don't enjoy it. She's talking about A Wonderful Life. Such a depressing movie until the very end. I light and fun during this time of year. I light and fun. I light and fun. I don't know what that means. It is a depressing movie. Yeah, it is a depressing movie, but it shows what it's all about, right? It shows that, community and faith is what it's all about. Yeah, but I'm with you. It is a depressing movie. Let's do a Hanukkah movie. I would kill that. All right, let's do it. There has to be a love scene, though, between you, me, and Kirsten. Oh, sorry, Hanukkah trivia. I thought she said Hanukkah movie. I don't know why I read it wrong. Wishful thinking. Let's do Hanukkah trivia. Should I? Carol, I'll tell you what. If you can put together at least 5 Hanukkah questions right now, call in and we'll do it. We'll do it right now. Frank Walker, you missed my Elvis answer. No, I didn't. I said it. I read it. Elvis had a blue Christmas because that's what color they found him. Dead in the toilet. Oh, my goodness. So, no, I didn't miss your Elvis answer. Or did I misunderstand your Elvis answer? Is that what you're telling me, Frank? Well, if I misunderstood it, explain it. We're going to get out of here in a minute. Unless Carol wants to do some Hanukkah trivia, which I would lose. I don't even know if I'd get one correct. And it's nothing against Hanukkah or Jewish people. I just don't know my Hanukkah. I barely get through Catholicism. Okay. Don't know the number. 516-465-3990. 516-465-3990. I don't know why, like when I start the show, the graphic with the phone number is there. But but it disappears. And yes, sorry, Andy, I forgot to tell you what the answer is. I am the worst. What the hell am I doing with the show? All right, it's Carol. I'll give the answer. Let me just tell Carol, hold on, and then I'll give the answer. You have 5 questions?
I got 3.
All right.
I think I might have 5. It depends on how much I can. Are you ready?
I'm not ready, actually. I did not give the answer to the sex question yet. So I'm going to do that, and then we're ready for you. So the single most popular fantasy, the single most popular sexual fantasy among Americans today is multi-partner or group sex. Multi-partner or group sex, followed by BDSM, followed by novelty/adventure, followed by taboo/forbidden sex.
Oh.
Carol, is Michael...
What the hell do they think about adventure? Like, what are you going to, like, Tarzan it and hang from a fucking vine?
Yeah, you're gonna attack. You're gonna beat each other up or something, or or one person has to capture the other and then do it in a cage.
Isn't that what you've been doing at White Post Farm?
Yeah, that's why I've been waiting for you to come visit. Is Michael there?
No, he is actually in San Angelo fixing a bunch of ventilators. Ventilators are going down like crazy because they're in use again. So,
well, wait a minute. I thought he wasn't there.
He isn't.
I
said he's in San Angelo.
I know you said going down like crazy, so I just.
Oh, going down like crazy. Nope. I'm I'm a little. It's been a little frustrating.
Wow. All right. So everybody send Carol some batteries. Everybody that's watching right now.
Listen, I bought two of them beginning of the holidays because he works a lot. So
You bought two what? Batteries or two toys?
I bought 2 large packs at Costco.
Nice. I am so glad you called.
You just never know. I don't want, especially since we lose power as soon as it goes cold, our grid falls apart. So, and if it works off batteries, you don't have to worry about it.
Very nice. And when is he coming home?
Later tonight. He's been gone since Monday, but he's been gone a lot. So he's been doing lots of trips. So it's okay.
All right. Well, I'm gonna hope for the bad weather. So that means he'll have to stay home because flights will be canceled, and then you'll get to attack him and have an adventure.
Oh yeah, I'll do Tarzan.
You sounded really thrilled about that, by the way.
Got to do my due diligence. Just saying.
Oh my goodness.
It's the holidays,
Wow. All right. Well, yeah. All right. I need to calm down for a second. All right.
Okay.
Right. So you have 3 Hanukkah trivia questions.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4.
4.
I made them easy.
All right. Cool. I don't care how easy it is. I bet I get them all wrong. But
okay.
All right. Go ahead.
Nah. The first one's really easy.
Okay.
How many nights are there of Hanukkah?
I think it's 8. I think. See, again, I'm bad with this. I don't even know. What's that?
Without us Jews, you guys wouldn't have a Christmas.
No, you're absolutely right about that. Totally right. Okay, so so are we going over answers now, or do you want to do what we normally do and just keep asking questions and we'll go back?
I don't know. I can't. I'm on my phone. I can't see the thing and talk to you at the same time. I'm not that.
All right, you are very talented, and we.
I'm very talented.
Yeah,
but that's a whole nother story.
Oh.
So.
We're staying on the phone after we go off the air.
Yeah.
All right, so Andy Plagano says 8. I said 8. Kirsten says 8. Andrew Fremder says 8.
Oh, well, you're right. It's 8.
Woo!
It'd be ingrained in your head. It's 8 nights.
Very nice.
Yeah. Right. One night was always socks, and one night was always underwear. So that
Yeah. And it's going on right now, correct? Hanukkah.
Yep. Tonight we will light the 3rd candle.
Third candle. Okay. And that's not the case every year where Christmas and Hanukkah, have a little, where they're on the same night, right?
Yeah. It's different every year. Every year it's different. One year it actually didn't start until after Christmas.
Oh, wow.
And then I think it was just a couple of years ago, it was on the same night. It started the day of Thanksgiving, which really screwed up my shopping because I was like, hey, I got no sale.
Wow.
Because you got,
Yeah. And so what do you eat? Do you eat Thanksgiving or do you eat kosher stuff?
You do. Well, we did a little of both.
My goodness.
It's yeah, it was ridiculous. I was kind of pissed.
How do they decide that when Hanukkah is every year?
It depends on because our calendar is different. You know, we're in the year 57. Okay, this is where I'm a bad Jew. 5723.
Oh, okay.
And you guys are, you know, us guys. I'm in it too. Jesus, I wasn't around then. We're in 2022, so our calendar has been around 3,000 years longer. So
Goodness.
you know,
Wow.
yeah. So, and it all just goes by the Torah. Believe it or not, it all goes by the Torah because every day there is a passage in the Torah, and it's not 365. So that's why it varies each year.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So it changes. Like Rosh Hashanah is different every year. It's not on the same day. It's not like the 25th of December, you know, kind of thing. Ours are different every year. We like to keep things difficult.
I was just about to say that. You know, us Christians, I don't know if we're just not as smart as what, but we keep things nice and simple, and we, you know, have a good routine going.
Yeah, I listen. I think it's a good thing because then sometimes I've been like, you know, I look at the calendar, I'm like, oh shit, it's tomorrow.
Holy shit! Hanukkah started 3 days ago. Fuck.
I had it wrong, actually. I thought I had it on my calendar like the 19th, and the 19th is the first day. But it's the night before, so it's a good thing I checked like last week. I was like, oh, I would have totally really bummed that out. So
would you, and then, I don't know, would your family or your mom or somebody get mad at you? Or would you be in trouble with somebody?
Egg donor.
Oh, that's
donor.
right. That's right. That's right.
No, I don't speak to them. Right. I talked to my grandmother, who is 100 and a half, is, you know, now, but she has quite a bit of dementia, so we could tell her it's Hanukkah every day.
Give her the same gift every day.
Yeah, just really happy. So I was like, you know, but no, because we don't have any family here. We're the only ones.
Right.
I have a distant cousin that lives in Plano, but he's like a ultra Jew, and I don't go for that. As I look at my Christmas tree, I have 6 of them in my house. So, you know.
Wow. Yeah, see, this whole thing with, you know, not having family down there, see, all the more reason you guys you gotta come back.
Yeah, not until those taxes go down. Holy moly. You know.
He can handle it. He's a hero ventilator fixer builder guy. He can handle it.
Yeah, I don't go above the Mason-Dixon line for weather anymore. I'll come visit, but no, I don't like snow. And we get snow here, so believe me. Living from Florida was very nice. I loved wearing shorts. I loved wearing flip-flops on Christmas Day. It was wonderful.
It's exactly what I was going to say. You get snow. We just said it before. You're going to have, 16-degree weather this week. It's no different than here.
I know. I'm hibernating. This is when I hibernate.
Long Island, Mrs. Carol Miner.
Well, yeah, I miss them too. Just when the sun's out and it's nice and warm.
All right, next question.
All right, next question. What group of people saved the temples from destruction?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I told you I gave you the first one easy.
Yeah.
Let's go.
What group saved the temples of destruction? The Guardian Angels with Curtis Sliwa.
Came up in their motorcycles and everything.
That's right.
With their red jackets.
Yeah, and their beanies. Fremda says the Avengers.
It could be. You never know.
Well, I think Andy Plagano's got it right. The Maccabees.
Yes.
Yes. Plagano knows he knows his Jewish.
Yeah. See, wow. I haven't lost faith yet.
All right. Question number 3.
Okay. How many candles are on the menorah for Hanukkah?
So Kirsten wrote the apostles for your last question.
No.
Let's see. Is it... Let's see. All right. Well, nobody else has answered it yet. There it is. Yep. Kirsten said 9. I'm agreeing. I also say it's 9. Let's see. Fremder says 4 + 4 + 1. And I'm just waiting.
Oh, he's getting really technical. Jeez, okay.
Yep. Well, that's actually how I did it in my head, too. I pictured the menorah, and I saw the 4 and the 4, and then the 1 in the middle. Yeah, and the Andy Plagianos came up with a 9 also. So we're all saying 9.
Okay.
Wow, I
Going
got
off that,
2 right.
You're right, 9.
Wow.
You're good. See, you're good.
Fremder says that's why they call me Andrew. Holy crap.
Well, listen, he has no hair, so I can't tell if he has an afro. You know.
Well, you'll see Fremder on Friday. He has a little bit of that, and I had it too when I had hair. Look, like the hair that looks like a little bit like not the Jufro, but a little bit like a Brillo pad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fremder's got that going on, and I had that, which is why I'm happy to not have hair anymore.
So, like, water just, like, ran off like a duck's ass, like...
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, very nice.
And then I wash dishes with it. Fremder, I have a little bit of a fro, but I don't have those curly fries hanging from the sides of my head.
Pay it.
Oh, my goodness.
Curly fries.
Plagiano said he went to day camp, so he knows a lot of Jews. Okay. All right. Last question, Carol Miner.
Okay. So now that you know that there's 9 candles, what is the 9th one called?
Oh, my goodness. It's...
there you go.
I didn't know it had a name.
Yeah.
It is...
Because there's 8 nights, so you have 8 candles, right?
Yeah.
And then there you got the tall one in the middle, that's the 9th, and it has a name.
The final candle. The tall candle. Lurch. It's so stupid. I'm an idiot.
Rang.
Yeah. Plagiano says it's called the Shamash. Shamash.
I'm sending him his Jew card because they took mine away years ago. I'm going to send in an application for him because he is right. It's called the Shamash.
The Shamash.
Yep. So that's the one that you light first, and it lights all the others.
Wow. Oh, the one in the middle, that one gets lit first?
Yep.
Oh. Kirsten just goes, Jesus. Fremder said it's just a candle that's better than all the rest.
That's right. Like me.
Yes, that is the truth.
That's my nickname here in Texas, Shamash, you know.
Do they have... are you the only Jewish person down there?
No, I have a temple right near me, but I'm a needle in a haystack. So we got to look for each other in the hidden group, chats that are in the dark web.
Yeah, I'm sitting here thinking like the temple is probably just a place where people gather when there's a big storm and people can't be in their houses or something like.
Yeah. No, we actually have one here, actually in my town, but Dallas has a really big one and a nice one. So
wow.
I live in a melting pot. Like my neighbor right next to me is from Queens.
Oh,
the other one's from Chicago. Like we're a big melting pot here. So, but it's no different than growing up in Hicksville. So I'm kind of used to it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'll give you that. Let's see.
So you guys did good. Very good.
Yeah, I'm very, very proud of all you guys. Nice job. And nice job with getting some questions last second like that.
I try to keep my heritage quick and fresh. No, not really.
Fremder says, I have a hard time taking my rabbi seriously because he looks like Groucho Marx. Fremder, are you Jewish? And I don't know, I don't know if I knew that. Like, not that it really matters. He says the middle candle gets all the action.
That's right, baby.
So how do you say that? Shamash?
It's SHAMASH.
Right.
So
yeah.
So you can't separate it like a Christian. You got to say it like a Jew, where it's all one word. It's shamash.
Shamash.
Yeah, there you go.
So if the Hulk was like Hulkberg, he'd be Hulkberg smash.
Yeah, it's a shamish is what
Shamish.
Right, the Jews. Yeah, there you go. I'm saying, looking, you know. I didn't even make you guys say like a CH, you know, where you're like in the, you know, that's what we're famous for, hooking up like it's supposed to be Hanukkah. But everybody, yeah, like with CH, like you got a loogie in the back of your throat, and you got to throw it out, you know.
Is that how they teach the kids to say it when they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually the first day of kindergarten.
Yeah, which is a good idea because you can't be a Jew unless you can do that.
Yeah, well, you get hit on the knuckles just like you guys did in Catholic school.
Oh,
you know?
no, that was before my time. We didn't get hit.
Oh,
but you guys, you went through that.
That's the problem. That is now it all is making sense.
Yes, you're absolutely right about that.
Okay.
The pacification of America started then. So when you went to Hebrew school, you got hit?
No.
Oh.
Are you kidding?
I don't.
Do you know how many lawyers are in my temple? Do you think that would actually happen?
That's
oh my
fantastic.
God, you're crazy. No.
Crazy. You're crazy.
Yeah, you're crazy, man. That's why it was funny that the year I was leaving Hicksville after all the prayer in school that my check picked Fiddler to do as like a big FU to the Hicksville board. So I loved it. So
that's fantastic.
Yeah, so it's good. Well, I thank you for letting me ask those questions. Now I feel complete.
Oh, well, glad I can help. I'm always willing to help you feel complete.
Ah, thank you. You know, you never know. It's going to be a long winter.
Feel free to call me anytime, baby.
As long as I can hold the phone in one hand and the other, you know, and you don't hear the vibration, I'll be good.
I hope to hear the vibration. I'm sure you can hold both at the same time. You're very talented that way.
Oh, thank you.
No. Thank you. Thank you. Carol, happy Hanukkah to you, and happy holidays to your men over there. And thanks for making this fun.
All right. Well, you take care. Love you, kiddo.
I love you, baby. See ya.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. That was the best part of the whole show today. There you go. Thank you guys for playing Tuesday Trivia with us. It is time to go. Today is Tuesday. Hershey and the Keegs tonight at 9 o'clock. And then we're off tomorrow. And then we'll be back Thursday. Marla Schultz, Laura Patton will be here Thursday. Very excited about that. It's going to be a fun show. Thank you once again for hanging out with us today, helping me get through this show by myself. Couldn't have done it without you guys. Always trying to make things happen in here. Always working on it. Always hoping. We got some new shows coming your way after the new year. We got some cool stuff coming. So stay with us. It's going to be a fun week. Laura Patton and Marla Schultz on Thursday. Hershey and the Keeks tonight. The two Andys on Friday. And hopefully Don Sill. Hopefully Jeff. Hopefully Joey Petroni. TC Cross will be here on Friday as well. So we got a lot of cool stuff going on. So don't forget, all the other shows are still on the YouTube channel. So head on over to the Govs Comedy Club Podcast YouTube channel tonight at 9 o'clock for Hershey and the Keegs. And then we'll see you back here on Twitch Thursday morning. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Once again, govs.com. Go make some reservations to some great shows, including New Year's Eve, the early show. All right, guys. Have a great day. See you later.